Hey y'all, this is Marley K. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope y'all can hear this. I'm having a lot of issues with my microphone. I don't think it's by accident either, but that's neither here nor there. I can't control anything in Babylon. I'm just using it as they allow me to. So, this story is going to be about gold and Doge. It's a twofold story. So, I'm going to read you the story first. And I'm going to provide a little background so you'll be hip to game. But what I want y'all to do now is quit playing with your money. I don't have none, so I don't have nothing to play with. But if you do have some monies, I recommend you get out of the game because you're not going to win. It is getting really difficult to try to keep your little pennies in Babylon because things are moving so fast. They're destroying stuff so fast. Changes are happening so fast that by the time you know what's coming, you're already impacted. There's nothing really you can do. And, I'll use my situation as a prime example. I was telling y'all last year how just things were weird. They're usually weird during a political cycle. But this particular year, with the potential for Trump to come back, and then, he threatened he was going to disband the Department of Education. And then I didn't get any work from the Department of Education. And I was supposed to get work from them up until February. No work. So that was suspicious to me, and I figured it was something big coming down the pipe. Then, after Trump got inaugurated the same day, he went in and he did the most executive orders in the history of the country. And one of the executive orders was to change the United States Digital Service to the name of it, which is an office created by President Obama, IT technology office, to help better digitize the federal government. And looking back, in preparation for the New World Order, but that's neither here nor there. He created the office in 2014. So Trump, on January the 20th, Obama created the office in 2014 before he left office. Trump in 2025 changed the name of the office, but uses the office in its capacity to do things on behalf of this administration and for Project 2025 and for the new global order. Don't make any mistakes about it. But this country got to be collapsed, and so they're going to use that office to do it. And so while they are allegedly showing you waste and fraud, they're also doing other things in preparation to transition us to this digital currency and trying to hide the fact that we don't have any money. So they got to try to fool the people so they won't foil the plans to fail the nation and get out with all the resources. So let's get into it. So it said, did they steal the gold too? And this story is coming from bizpackreview.com. So it says, Doge to audit Fort Knox after questions arise. So in case you didn't know, you might have heard or just saw cartoons or whatever, Fort Knox is where this country kept all of its gold, or a lot of its reserves in gold. But over the years, rumors have had it that the gold is not there. The gold has been moved. We don't know where it's been moved to, but it's moved. My stepdaughter was stationed there probably 13, 14 years ago. And we went to go visit her at Fort Knox. And, you can buy the little mini bars of fake gold and stuff. They have all kinds of little souvenirs. And so I was asking, is there any gold there? And she's like, no, it ain't nothing really here. That's what they say. We don't know for sure, but we're told there's nothing here. And as a matter of fact, they were getting ready to close the military base down because she got reassigned someplace else because they closed the hospital. She was a maternity ward nurse. And so they closed the hospital, relocated most of the Army soldiers that were there. And I don't know what happened to Fort Knox, but anyway, that's my background into where we going now. So Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, could be getting ready to audit America's gold reserve, thanks to the request of one senator. Senator Rand Paul called on DOGE to audit Fort Knox in an effort to make sure all the supposed 4,580 tons of gold is still there. While one would think that such a precious resource would be monitored closely by the federal government, that is not the case, according to Paul. X account Zero Hedge first posted the message that got Musk's attention. So the message from Zero Hedge said, if it would be great if Elon Musk could, it would be great if Elon Musk could take a look inside of the Fort Knox just to make sure that the 4,580 tons of gold is still there. Last time anyone checked was 50 years ago, in 1974. So Musk quickly responded, asking whether the gold reserves are checked every year. This led Paul to get involved and inform the Doge leader that they were not, in fact, watched that closely. Now, keep in mind, Rand Paul been in Congress for a long time. He could have been and done this by now. He could have brought this to the forefront, but he hadn't. They wait till somebody from South Africa who don't have no business being where he is get into their government and telling all the secrets. Like, it don't make no sense to me. But that is neither here nor there. This is just happening the way that it's happening. And I'm looking up to see what Zero Hedge is so I can explain to you what it is and the connection. So Zero Hedge is it's an organization to widen the scope of financial, economic, and political information available to the professional investing public. So it's for investors to skeptically examine and where necessary, attack the flaccid institution that financial journalism has become, to liberate oppressed knowledge, to provide analysis uninhibited by political constraint, and to facilitate information's unending quest for freedom. So, I don't know if well, okay, this says everything you need to know. Zero Hedge is owned by ABC Media. So I answered my own question. I was getting ready to say, I got to follow the money and see who this organization is tied to. But now we see it's tied to ABC. So it's a mainstream media, although it's masquerading as not to be a mainstream media. And so you see the connection, and this is a plant story. It oozes plant story to me. So that's the other reason why I want to talk about it, because to me it's like a prelude of what's getting ready to happen. So they're gonna go to Fort Knox. They're gonna find out ain't no gold there. The market's gonna tank. The issue with gold is everybody's currency is being backed by gold. So we're gonna be able to say, oh, our gold is gone. We don't know where the gold is. They're gonna pass the inflation on to you. The country gonna be in crisis. They're gonna be laughing because all this stuff been planned. They're gonna be good. You're not gonna be good. Eventually, the banks are going to stop operating. They're gonna do the bail-ins. They're gonna take your 401k and your savings and all this stuff. Y'all see what insurance companies been doing. Insurance ain't gonna pay. Trump is trying to get rid of the FDIC. Brought y'all a story about that the other day. Getting rid of the IRS. Want to put everything in the Treasury. So like all the moves are being made to collapse the economy. So I would say like by March, I would expect something to happen over the next couple of weeks around this blood moon, because y'all know they like do stuff in cycles, numbers, codes, clues. They wicked, they worship stuff and stars and pagan gods. So look for that. And then probably by August, September, October, before the year end, I would probably say the economy is going to collapse, because no nation on the planet is going to have confidence in America. And so that's the goal, because they got to collapse this economy and make the dollar no more, so that the digital currency and whatever the new multipolar financial system is going to be can come online and just be the sure thing, because that's the only way the other smaller countries who don't have the military like America and China and Russia and Iran, they're not going to do anything that's going to get them blowed up or get their families killed or whatever, because everybody know who they dealing with. Everybody know how white people are. They exposed. So nobody's under the illusion that these people are going to be honest, because they are not honest. That's not how this country was created, and it ain't going to end that way. So just make sure you just protecting yourself. So here you go. If anyone would know, so it says, nope, let's do it, the senator said. So it says, if anyone would know, it would be Paul. Fort Knox is a military base in Kentucky where it is rumored that the United States has stashed away half of its gold reserves. In more recent years, the rumors have evolved to reportedly claim that the reserve is actually empty. That's what I heard. The U.S. Mint Police, responsible for monitoring the safety of the bullion depository, have not spoken on the current state of Fort Knox. This lack of reassurance has ex-users jumping on the audit bandwagon. So this is the end of this particular story. It's just got a bunch of ex-posts, but they're all from blue checks. And I don't know any of these people. No, I don't know any of these blue check people. But make no mistake, this is a setup. So I already showed y'all Zero Hedge posed a question. Then Rand Paul got in on it. He, like I said, he's a sitting senator, been in Congress for a long time. He could have done this a long time ago. But right now, and as everybody else is around the world hunting gold to back their new currencies or their current currencies because they're moving away from the dollar, all of a sudden the story comes out about America and going to inspect the gold reserves. They know we ain't got no gold. They said that's what they did during 9/11. They moved gold from the bottom of the World Trade Center before it was destroyed. Nobody ever talks about that piece, but I mean, this country don't have no money. It's whatever it was worth is gone. The last little bit of what they trying to steal, they're stealing now. But they've been stealing for the last 50, 60, 100 years. So nobody should be surprised. But our people going to be caught off guard, and that's a shame. So the other thing that I want to share with you before I leave is about the United States Digital Service. So I want to give credit. I don't know the little fellow's name that somebody sent me a video from TikTok. I'm not on TikTok. But this young black guy was informing everybody that DOGE was nothing more than an office created by President Obama. And the only thing Trump did was sign an executive order to change what the acronyms meant and to use the office for, other purposes. So he did the same thing that Obama did, except he didn't create the office. And everybody's acting like he's done something so tyrannical. But this goes to show you how the Democratic Party lies and does whatever they got to do to make themselves look good. And it also just shows how um, they have played a huge role in the New World Order without most people knowing it, to include black folks' favorite president, Obama. So it says the this is from Wikipedia, and I'll put a link to it in the description. So it says the United States Digital Service was a technology unit housed within the executive office of the President of the United States, which is why Trump can do what he does, because it's in the office of the President of the United States. So he has control of it. It's in the executive branch. That is his power to control that. So people need to calm down. They need acting like Obama. No, I'm sorry, not Obama. Like Trump did something that he's not supposed to do. Well, he's well within his rights to do what he's doing. But nobody will ever tell you that. Nobody will tell you that. The media won't tell you that. The Democratic Party won't tell you that. And they're just acting like, oh, they don't know. So this is how they get everybody all fearful and emotional. But it's all bullshit. That's what it is. It is bullshit. Excuse my French. And I just got to call a spade a spade. It is nothing more than that. It's smoke and mirrors. And we got to do better about not getting all caught up in all their foolery. I just look at it and I wait. Sometimes I don't comment about stuff. I just be waiting to see what's going to come out. What's the Most High going to put in my news feed so I can read it and find out and do what I do. And he does that. So this is another example of, be careful of these stories about Doge, about Trump. Even though I don't much care about Musket Boy, I don't trust him as far as I can see him. But as far as Code 45, they're going to try to vilify him, even if he is a part of the New Global Order too. They're going to try to vilify him to take the heat off of their butts. So it's like everybody's pointing fingers at each other. So the USDS, the United States Digital Service, was launched on August the 11th, 2014 by President Barack Obama. It provided consultation services to federal agencies on information technology. Its mandate was to improve and simplify digital service and to improve federal websites. So this is where the digitization of the government came from. It was a mandate from Obama. So while everybody's trying to think Obama is so good, and while the Democrats are so great for us, they just did play their part towards the New World Order. Everybody did. The Clintons did. Obama did. The Bushes did. Biden did. Now Trump doing it. Ain't not everybody doing their part. Everybody got a part. You're not picked if you're not gonna help do the part. All these people are globalists. Every last one of them. And if they're not globalists, they're cowards and they do what they're told. So, and they have their bloodline. I can't leave that out. Anyway, its mission was to deliver better government services to the American people through technology and design. President Donald Trump issued an executive order on January 20th, 2025, renaming and organizing in the United States United States Digital Service and reusing the USDS acronym as the United States DOGE Service. On February 14, 2025, along with the other reduction in force across the federal governments, several dozen employees who were part of the United States Digital Service prior to the January 20th, 2025 presidential transition of President Trump were dismissed with an email citing due to the restructuring changes to USDS's mission, USDS no longer has a need for your services. So the people who worked for the old agency were fired, and then Trump brought in his own people who he wanted to work for the agency, which includes Elon Musk. But notice they were talking about Doge even before he was inaugurated. So they already had a plan in place to do what the office is doing and for Elon Musk to do what he's doing. So everybody's selling themselves off as, oh, they're good business people. and they're just going in making America better. And of course they're fooling white people when they ain't fooling us, because we already see see the tea leaves. We know what time it is. This is a takeover. It's a coup. It's a takeover. It's the corporation is selling off its stuff and giving stuff away and reorganizing so that it will be ready for whoever's getting ready to come and buy it. So if y'all remember that map in Leave the World Behind, the country was divided into 4 sections. That's kind of what's happening now. The rich people, the techies, they're moving. They're coming over to inland, leaving Silicon Valley because, hey, California getting ready to be underwater. It's gonna shake off into the ocean. Uh, there's nothing here. They're trying to whiten up America, so they're getting rid of all of the colors, getting ready to bleach it with some South Africans. They already got some Ukrainians, some other Europeans. It's just a whole big scheme, a ball of mess. But black folks, y'all need to protect yourself. Again, this story is about gold. Let me go back to gold. I just wanted to bring the thing about Doge because Doge is involved in this story. And so I wanted to show y'all what Doge was. It's not nothing new, and how just the media is doing what it does. So you got to be careful about being emotional and being misled about some of these stories. Because that's the goal, to get your energy and make you afraid so that they can control you. But we ain't being controlled over here, because we knowing stuff, and we're going to talk about stuff, and we're going to educate ourselves. So understand that I anticipate, it's my personal pontification, that the market probably gonna crash soon because we ain't got no gold. As soon as they go to Fort Knox and see there's no gold there, everybody gonna be asking questions. Then the questions, well, where's the gold? Who stole it? Where the rest of it? Yada yada yada. So it's coming. Just hold on to your underwear. But the thing that y'all need to keep in mind is, as always, it's we're collateral damage. So I'm telling you this. So if you have a chance to do something with your 401k or your thrift savings plans or whatever you have, if you can get your money out or get some money out and do some things with it to soften the fall from what's coming, then do that. That's the only thing. And I'm not giving anybody financial advice. I'm just telling you what the Most High has shown me. And it's that this economy is getting ready to collapse. Gold and silver are getting ready to be the thing to have. People are going to need that to even back digital currency. Notice they want to back the digital money with gold and silver. So the new system is going to use digital money, but it's going to be backed by gold and silver. So I need y'all to understand what's happening. This is nothing more than a smoke screen. But I would anticipate the market is going to crash soon. The dollar is not going to be worth nothing, and everything is going to be more expensive. It just seems like that's what they're shooting for. They want us to be miserable. They want us to fight. They want us to be uncontrollable. We're already defeated. Y'all see the white people on the internet crying, and then everybody want black people to jump in and do something. And we ain't doing nothing. We ain't doing nothing. Nothing. We resting. We're resting. We're protecting ourselves because we know we have no friends. Everybody has shown themselves to not be our friend. So there ain't no need for nobody to come looking at black people to have a say or nothing. We don't have no say. We don't have no power. Nobody cares about what we have to say until after they do what they want to do and it don't work. Then they come back to us and be like, oh, help us. No, we done. So pay attention to what's going on with Fort Knox and gold. Gold is getting ready to be the business. The price of gold is getting ready to go up tremendously. If you got you some, you're going to be sitting pretty. If you can get you some, I would get in on it before it's too late. If you don't hold it in your hand, you don't possess it. So don't be no fool. Do not believe these folks, because we already know They do not keep their word. They break treaties. They tell lies. They do things to cover up their misdeeds and mishaps. And you have to protect your own interest at this point. You are your own nation in your own house. So do what you got to do, y'all, to keep things afloat for yourself, because you're going to be the savior that you be looking for when things get bad. There's not going to be a system in place that you're going to want to reach out to and ask for help in a minute. So there's a reason they expect so many people to be gone by 2025. You looking at it. People going to starve to death. Famine, pestilences, plagues, locusts. All of it. It's coming. All right, y'all. This is Marley K. Love y'all, and I'm out.